We're live.
Are we live? We're live. We're live. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Priya Mohan. I am the owner of sariKNOTsari here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And with me behind the camera is my lovely daughter, Mira.
Hello.
And tonight, we will be showing you some new pieces. I think there's 21 of them that we are releasing for sale on Sunday, but also so many pieces that you can buy today because they're already on our website. For those of you who don't know, one of my favorite things to do, and who knew when I was a kid that this is where I would end up, is to source fabulous pure silk saris from so many different decades and turn them into clothing that is size inclusive and age inclusive and great for travel. And I think that the things that made me want to start this clothing brand really resonate with people, because I've had customers who come in and say, yes, I feel exactly the same way, that, you know, when I get up in the morning, I just want to throw on something comfortable and then throw on something that make it look like I tried. And that's really kind of what we do here with our silks, is we allow you to just have a very small, comfortable capsule wardrobe of basics. And then on top of that, you can add layers of color with your silk. And because the silk is so lightweight, you can tuck it in, you can tie knots. You can do all kinds of things that allow you to play dress up with your clothing. So what we're going to be showing you today is a collection that was put together by Shefali in looking at some of the new pieces we were releasing and trying to come up with like some sort of a theme or something. She said to herself, I see Pucci. And I didn't really know a lot about Pucci until this whole thing started. And then I started doing some research. So over the course of today's live, we're going to be doing two things. One, learning a little bit about Pucci, and two, incidentally watching my hair dry, because I ran right out of into the shower, out of the house, into the car, and here. So we are going to watch the formation of curls. I just want to show you what I'm wearing. So Mira, do you remember the backstory behind this piece?
Oh yeah, I was going to let the girls know, because the audacity of Priya Mohan to show up today. She said, I'm coming in right 2 minutes to the live. So I'm having everything set up.
I did roll.
She's not using her own key. I have to come unlock the door. I hear a knock. I turn, a dramatic turn. What do my eyes see? But the poncho that I fell in love with.
And you took home.
No, it's just I fell in love with. That has every color that I love and every beautiful color that's in my closet. Every single color in that poncho, I have a sariKNOTsari color piece. I show my mom. I send her a picture. I'm not even home yet. I send her a picture in the store right after buying it. I say, Mom, look how beautiful this poncho is. I love it so much. Immediately, I get a text. Mira, I forgot that I was going to buy that poncho. Oh my God, I forgot that I was going to buy it. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I bought it. And
I said she would just lend it to me.
Oh no, we can share it. And I say, we live in different cities.
That's right.
I know that you're not going to drive 15 minutes if I want the poncho, which means I'm going to always have to drive 15 minutes for the poncho.
It is true.
And so I begrudgingly gave up the poncho.
And I love it. Thank you so much, Mira.
It's a perfect poncho,
It's
guys.
a perfect poncho. And this is my own, as you've just heard the story, this poncho is not for sale, because if it were, Mira would snap it up.
Yes.
But I did want to show you some things. Yeah.
But first, I'm going to say some things.
Mira's got some things to say. I am going to show you my necklace.
A lot of the ladies are saying hello and happy Friday, and they are really loving. Ooh, ooh.
Okay, got it.
It's fine. They're really loving the outfit for today.
Thank you.
It's definitely my poncho doing a lot of the work. And they love the Oliver pant, which I believe is what you were going to talk about, which is why
that's what I was going to talk about. So I do have some samples of the Oliver pant here in store if you are local and you want to come try them on. Unfortunately, I only have my own Oliver pants that I've had for a very long time. The cut has not changed, except that they have added pockets. And I really am going to appreciate when I get new Oliver pants having pockets, because the first thing I did when I got out of my car was throw my bag over my shoulder, grab my phone, and do a lot of this until I realized there was no pocket there. So the new ones will have pockets. And the only size, I think I have two sizes in store if you're able to come in. I have an extra large and a 1X. And I've already got a video out about this. I think it's on YouTube. It's also on Facebook and on Instagram. Just showing you the difference between the Casbah pants and the Oliver pants. So these are for those of you who wonder why we're talking about them, the colors for the fall 2026 Bryn Walker collection have dropped. And this is what the colors are. So I have created the listings for you guys to be able to buy either Casbah pants or Oliver pants in these colors. And as Victoria pointed out today to me, I had forgotten white, but white is also available. And it's there now. So these are the colors that you can pre-order now-ish. I think until mid-August is the latest date. And then you can get your pants at 20% off. We are going to be getting some Oliver pants in store along with some Casbah pants. But if you want to make sure that you get your favorite color in your favorite size and you would like a discount, we strongly urge you to order in advance, which is why I'm wearing these Oliver pants to complete the tail. So I wanted you guys to see how they look on. I also wanted you to see how they look paired with the silks, just in case you were wondering. And when I started buying Oliver pants, I didn't own silks. So I used to wear it with a lot of other different things. So it's going to be really interesting for me too, to see how it works. Yes, I did wear a lot of Kaleidoscopic. It's true, I did. And I wore a lot of Bryn Walker, but just like all the Bryn Walker. So like the Bryn Walker coordinates, I didn't mix and match it a lot. I wanted to show you that I'm wearing a Ziska necklace.
Yes, we have. Jordy says, haha, it is a gorgeous poncho and I love those bright necklace beads. Victoria Malati says, hello, ladies. Margaret Webb says, love the Oliver pants, Priya. They look terrific.
Thank you.
And Vivian, she actually stopped in the store today because she thought that the store was beautiful. And so she's hoping to come back soon. And she said she was going to tune in. And she says hello and that we have really lovely pieces in store.
Thank you so much.
And Deborah Dixon is wondering, are you going to be able to order the Oliver pants in a 1X?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So what size is
they're doing? So their 1X is an extra large. Just so you know. So they don't actually make a 1X and they don't make a 2X. I know a couple of years ago they did an XXL, which they were calling a 1X. It's all very crazy. But let me tell you what they have now. They have an extra small, a small, a medium, a large, and an extra large. And I think the reason that they have it that way is because their sizing is so generous that everybody ends up going down 2 sizes. So if you're normally medium, you may want to consider the extra small, right? So that's kind of how they've set up their sizes. So the extra large fits like a 2X or a 3X, generally speaking, but you should check the measurements.
Jordy says, I never buy white or cream pants because they can be see-through, but I wonder if the heavy linen might make those an option.
I just thought the same thing.
Victoria Malati says, I have the heavy linen in cream and I love them. I will be ordering white. And she said, thanks, that's great to hear.
Yes, and honestly, Victoria, as soon as I saw that you had asked that, my wheels started turning too, and I'm like, the reason that I don't get white is because they're too thin and see-through. And even in the Bryn Walker, which is high quality linen, it's just the nature of a white linen pant. So I think I'm going to be getting the white ones, maybe not the cream ones, because the cream and white are really similar. I'm probably going to get the white ones for myself in the Casbah pant in the heavy linen for summer.
Victoria says not see-through at all.
The heavy linen ones, right? Yeah. And I think they're going to hold their structure really well too, but still look really summery. So thanks, Victoria, for getting my wheels a-turning. So as you've noticed, I keep reaching for the pockets. These pants do not have pockets. I am wearing a size extra large. In the Casbah pants, I normally wear a size large, but you can see there is plenty of room in here, and I could easily fit the size large as well. I could probably also fit a size medium because the waistbands are kind of the same. Really where you're going to see the difference is in the amount of fabric through here and the amount of fabric through here. So I like my pants to have that kind of baggy look at the bottom, which is why I went up a size. If I wanted it to be ever so slightly straighter, like a little bit more like that, I would just go to a large. So what you're really, when you're between sizes, like if you know you fit this one size perfectly, if you want to decide whether to go up or down, you really have to think about how much extra fabric you want through here, because that's where it's going to make the difference.
So Deborah says, so can wear them as a pants in large, but prefer the extra large.
For me, I definitely prefer the extra large, because I don't like being restricted in my clothes at all. So I would rather have more room up through here, and a little bit more like of a blousy look down at the bottom. I think of it as a parachute skirt. But I've seen lots of ladies who wear true to size and the pants just look a little bit slimmer. They don't look as sculptural. They look like pants. Whereas when I wear this extra large as opposed to the large, they definitely look a little bit more artsy. Does that answer the question? I hope it does.
Time will tell. And Heather says, I wish I had a life where white pants could be a thing. Maybe someday. Miss Holly says, I have cream lightweight and they're not see-through. Lorena says, I was in Bellingham and spotted a woman wearing a VV as a vest.
Oh, a versatile vest as a vest? Where was she?
With a black top and pants. Bellingham.
Oh my gosh.
We circled around but couldn't find her. Maybe she's watching. And then Margaret Webb says, hi, so I wear a small in the Casbah, so it would be an extra small in the Oliver, or
No.
if I want extra fabric and room, go extra small, correct?
So if you wear a small in the Casbah, then you would either wear thank you, Mira. If you wear a small in the Casbah and it fits you really well, like it's not baggy, it's like the perfect fit, then you can either go up a size if you want it to be baggier or down a size if you want it to be slimmer. And the waistband will fit pretty much the same. So for me, I wear the large, but when I wear the large, they're a little bit baggy. So I could wear, now I've confused myself. It was bound to happen, ladies. Okay.
So what are you wearing right now?
So I wear a large in the Casbahs, and when I wear the large, it's a little bit baggy.
Okay.
I am wearing the extra large in the Oliver,
okay.
And when I wear the extra large, it's a little more baggy. The same way.
So you want to size up.
So I do size up, but I could also wear the large and it would fit me comfortably.
But with the Bryn Walker, it's more so how you like the pants on you.
Right, it's true.
Because anything can be comfortable.
Yes, that's the answer there, ladies. They're all going to be comfortable. So what you're really looking at is how much fabric you feel comfortable having.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had more information. Once we get the the Oliver pants in and I can try on all the sizes, I will be able to give you such detailed information. At the moment, I don't have that. I just have measurements. However, on the Swap and Sell group, there are a number of ladies who are really familiar with the Oliver pant fit. And if you wanted to join the Swap and Sell and just say, hey, ladies, tell me more about the Oliver. How does it fit? They might be able to give you better information than I'm giving you. All I can tell you is my own experience to date. And I don't know how useful that is.
Jordy says, in Blue Sky brand, I am a large in pants. In Bryn Walker, I wear the medium, but small also fits with no problem.
Yeah.
I think the hip is the most important measurement. Waistband is super stretchy and not an issue.
Yes, that is absolutely true. And I would say I am the same. I can wear a medium in the Blue Sky, a large in the Bryn Walker, and it's comfortable. So hard to wrap your head around.
Let's hop into these silks.
Let us hop into these silks, ladies. So the other thing I did want to show you, though, is the color. This is a color that's getting a lot of attention. And I will be doing a live video, hopefully on Tuesday, where I show you all the colors. But a lot of people have been asking about this color, which is called egg fruit, and trying to figure out what color it is. So I would say it is a brownie chartreuse. These pants are also a grassy chartreuse, right? So this is what egg fruit looks like. So it's kind of like a lighter chartreuse, but definitely with browner undertones.
Shaggy green.
It is shaggy green. It is. It's shaggy green. That's what this color is. And then another color that you guys have been asking about is partridge, which is this one, because it's kind of an in-betweeny color. Is this one jasper or partridge? Okay. Sorry, guys. Trying to find partridge.
Jane says highlighter green.
It is not quite highlighter green. It's much more muted than a highlighter green. It really is shaggy. Shaggy's shirt or pants?
Yeah, shirt. Pants
Shaggy's shirt. That's the color. Now, this one here is called partridge. A lot of people have been asking about partridge. It also has greeny undertones, but you can see the difference.
It's more of like a brownie moss.
It's definitely more like a brownie moss. And then this one here is called jasper, and it is a cool olive. So this is like a warm color. That's, I just said the name. Partridge.
Oh.
Partridge is a warm kind of color, whereas jasper is a cool olive. And then this is where the third green fits in, if that helps at all. And I wanted to show you that while I had these pants on, so you could see the color difference. Now, friends, we move into silks. So what I learned about Pucci is that, and I'll put clothes on as I talk. So what I learned about Pucci that I didn't know.
Jane says roan and alder.
Roan and alder are phenomenal colors, and it's really hard to show the difference.
Are those the pinks?
Those are the pinks.
Oh, I love them.
They're beautiful. Like, I don't know how people are going to choose just one. So this one here, there. This is roan, and this is alder. Let me turn up my brightness so I can make sure I'm seeing what you're seeing.
It's good.
Okay. Somehow I've got some little updater thing happening. Okay. So this is roan and this is alder. So you can see that this is darker, more like a wine color, whereas this is a deep dusty rose. But they're both in the purpley pink family. And this is how they look in real life.
Jory says so helpful to see them side by side like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do during the live is I'll try to bring in some of the colors that I have from last year as well.
I feel like they're both like a muted berry, and one is light and one is dark.
Yes, this one has more white in it.
Yeah.
And this one is a very ripe color. This is truly a wine with magenta undertones. And this is a dusty rose.
Is that similar to the new purple Tashi?
The new purple Tashi. The new purple Tashi is like an eggplant brown. Totally different color. Right?
It pulls burgundy.
It pulls burgundy, but it's eggplant. It is aubergine, true aubergine.
Jane says may need to get both.
That's what everybody's saying.
And Jordy said, very excited for a live about these colors. Could you compare it to the blue sky colors too?
Oh, absolutely.
The more recent ones, like
that's such a good idea.
Tyrol and Tarocco side by side.
Yes.
And
I'll get as many of the summer colors as I can. It's going to be a really long live, but luckily you can fast forward to the parts that interest you. But I will look at the spring colors from last year because those are still fresh for everybody. The fall colors from the year prior. And I will also pair it with the blue sky that we have. And if there's anything else you'd like to see kind of mixed in with it, I can do that as well.
Heather says, that's a nice pink, and I don't even like pink. And Corey said, they're beautiful pinks.
They are beautiful.
They're so nice. They caught my eye as soon as I saw the new Bryn colors. Like, yeah. I just was drawn to them.
So there's somebody on the swap and sell, I cannot remember who in this moment, who just had so much fun picking out how her clothes would match all these different colors. Because it's true, this is an amazing collection of fall colors.
Like the dark colored pink ones with the light green Darcy cardigan.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be so cute.
So I normally don't wear a boxy top, ladies, and this is me in a boxy top. We're starting with the boxy top. So this is one of the new pieces that's, whoa, move over a little. This is one of the new pieces that is dropping on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're trying to keep it really consistent. Wednesdays at 8, you can start seeing the actual post about the drop. And then I think what we're going to be doing starting next week, though, is you will be able to access it through online if you want to be able to spend more time with it before Wednesday. But Wednesday, 8 p.m. is when we do the post. Friday at 8 p.m. is when we do the live. Sunday at 8 p.m. is when we do the drop. So at least it's just one time you have to remember, and then it's 3 different days. So this is one of the new pieces, super soft, great colors, and I thought it would pair really well with this. And then I think that's the only boxy top that I have to try on, which is great for me.
I find with the boxy tops, if it's not a style where you like how it looks on its own, it's a really great piece for layering.
Yes.
So like, I think that they work really nicely under overalls or under like the parachute dress. It looks really cute. Like that's a style that Rachel really does, and it always looks so adorable on her. This is one of my all-time favorite silks. Automatically interrupting my own thought process. Every single color is stunning. We got reds, we got orange, we got magenta, we got the good green. It's so good.
We have some sparkle.
We got some gold on the sleeve and on the neckline. I love this one. We had it as a side tie. I'm not done. And we had it as a side tie. I'm so in love with this piece. I'm not done. We had it in a side tie, and I made it the deal of the day, and it did fly so fast because it's so beautiful.
It is so
now
beautiful.
I'm done.
Okay, so this is a really great example of a Pucci-inspired print. So we're really used to seeing these types of abstract, brightly colored brightly colored designs that kind of all work together but don't feel like they're going to make sense, but then they do. And apparently Pucci was in the war and he was dating Mussolini's daughter. But anyways, he was a pilot and he used to look down at the ground and marvel at how all the different colors would blend together and seem to look beautiful even though nothing was planned. And that's what got him thinking when he later became a designer. He actually started by doing a lot of Italian themes, like Italian buildings and that. He was from Venice, and he lived in a doge.
Did you see that painter I sent you?
I did see that painter.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. It was a painter who paints the Ramayana.
Yeah, it was the
Mahabharat.
The
Mahabharat.
But what was interesting is that it's Indian history painted in the style of Italian artistry, so like
by an Italian.
Yeah. So it's just so like there's one of Krishna, and it's just like he's painted so. I find it so interesting because it's the most human we see him in a painting.
He doesn't look cartoony, which I'm so sorry. But often he's portrayed.
It's just such a different style.
Because it's almost like it's trying to be realism, even though the person is blue.
Yeah.
It's blue realism.
It's blue realism, but it's just so cool.
So I wanted to show you how these pieces look with the Oliver pants. And when you wear a longer piece like this, you can really see why I am drawn towards that parachute shape at the bottom. Because if you wear something asymmetrical with it, it almost kind of rounds out the bottom a little bit and makes you look like that, like you're skinny on top and wider at the bottom, because the bottom is kind of exaggerated, which means everything above it must be so super skinny. So that's how I think of it anyways. And so that's how come I like to wear it that way. But yeah, these are examples of the colors he put together. The first thing he did was he was the first person to create a one-piece snowsuit. And that is what propelled him to stardom. And Marilyn Monroe wore his clothes. She was actually buried in something of Pucci's.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jordy says long Mira, the good green, and inspired by topography and bird's eye views. Very cool.
Yeah.
Michelle says this is Miss Years is Michelle, right?
Michelle.
Okay, I just want to double check. It said this is a sister silk day for me so far.
Oh, nice.
And Heather said you do have a lovely collection, Michelle. And then Margaret Webb says you look great with the boxy top, especially with the Oliver pants, as your legs look super long. The Casbahs cut you off a bit, so it doesn't look as good with the boxy for you with a short waist. I find I really agree with that.
I actually agree with it too.
I love.
Sorry, who was it who said that?
Margaret Webb.
Thank you, Margaret Webb.
Because that's so cool. I like how it flows, like how it feels so different. Like it feels like three pieces. Sorry, I have a lot of boxy tops because they're one of my favorite styles. But I find like I always want to wear them with my Casbahs. Big yawn. I'm so sorry, guys. I always want to wear them with my Casbahs, but I find that it cuts me out right in like an inch at the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like if it was any lower, it would be perfect. And so I found I always wear them with my Tashis instead. That is so true, that the boxy tops with the Oliver does give you a longer look. It does.
And actually, normally, I'm a really big fan of wearing the side slit tops with the Casbah pants, and I'm finding the side slit a little long.
I was going to say, like, it does, like, yeah. Yeah.
So I think this one is available right now. This one is not a sneak peek piece. Pretty sure.
Do you find that the Oliver goes higher in the waist? Because I feel like maybe it's just
it sits in the same spot.
It feels like it looks higher. So the look does make it look like your legs are longer, but I can't tell if it's actually sitting higher than usual.
Actually, that's a great question. I think I wear my Casbahs here at that point.
Yeah.
And the Olivers I do wear
slightly higher so that yeah, because you have it so that it falls right at the ankle so it rounds before your foot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, the waistband stays in place. So some of the pieces that I'm going to show you are available now. Some of them are dropping on Sunday. So I'll try to point those out to you. But like this one, available now, I think.
So the rack said needs tags.
I tagged them all.
Okay.
I did.
Because I was going to say, if anything's missing, please let me know.
Yes, and that's still true, though. Something could be missing. So
And
I know
so if
these
anything
two
is missing,
are new.
please let me know. Jordy says, oh, I know that one and me walking down a big staircase.
Well, it does look very regal. Like this one feels so Italian villa.
So I don't watch the show. I really need to, but I fear I will have emotional damage.
Which one?
Hacks.
Oh,
That is,
why will you have emotional damage? It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, but it's because they lace funny and sad so beautifully together that it mimics real life.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything beyond season 1. I want to watch it though.
But Deborah, the main character,
yes. Oh, absolutely. She would be a caftan lady.
a maxi caftan lady for Schwarzies. Jordy says, I think they have the same rise measurement, crotch to waistband, but you can wear them high or low, I think. And she says, if that's rise, I may have the wrong name.
No, that inseam. Sometimes people call it the inseam. The inseam is from your ankle to the crotch, and the rise is from the seat, like the waistband to the crotch. Yeah, like doing things. Okay, so there's this one here. The background color is a very soft cream, really muted, very elegant Italian villa. This is a brown. It's definitely a brown, but it has purple undertones. And then you have it next to the ochre. So I think that's what's bringing out the purple is the ochre next to the brown. And then other than that, I think that's it. And it is a Monday, Tuesday, like a number of the pieces that I've shown you here, like that. And if you're wondering what color it is, it's kind of ginger snap. So if you're wondering what the equivalent of ochre is, it's ginger snap.
That. Ginger snap's pretty.
It is. It's not as rich. It's slightly more muted than the ochres here, but it's the right tone. So this one, this beauty, is available on Sunday.
I like it with the green pants.
That's why I wore the green pants, because I was thinking, like, I do have some different colors at home. And then I was thinking, well, if we're doing Pucci, there's going to be a lot of fun greens. So
the good greens, if you will.
The good greens, if you will. Exactly. So this is another piece that's being released on Sunday. It's the same piece, and this is obviously the polo of the sari.
So soft. Is it a satin silk?
It is not a satin silk.
But it looks so much like a satin silk, like the way that it flows.
Yeah, it really does. But no, it's not satin. It is soft. It's very, very soft. And this one is the midi length, and you can wear either side to the front. I personally like that side. Lots of ladies like this side. I'm just not a fan of the V-neck. But, you know, I'm learning, because I didn't like short necklaces either.
You're not a fan of V-neck?
No, not in the silks, no.
That's so silly crazy, because you're one of the main things that you taught us for styling is that we want to show more neck because our faces are round.
Mm-hmm. And you basically want it inverted.
And yeah, so if you
but that's why I always wear the necklaces, because I go with a round neck and then I use the necklace to create that triangle.
She's breaking her own rules.
I am breaking my own rules. And
as you should.
This necklace, I never thought that I would wear a necklace like this, because I'm not generally fond of this length.
I love it.
But I like it.
It's my favorite length, because it brings your eye right to because that's where my everyday necklace sits. And even Henna, when she has that one necklace, the one like little pendant she wears all the time. Yeah. Like it falls in the same place, because it is here, that is like, it fills it so nicely without being too heavy. Sabina says that pattern reminds her of butterscotch colored lollipops. Oh, that one reminds me of Mendi.
Yes, it's beautiful. And you can see the paisleys.
Chai only from India.
Indian chai?
Yeah.
So let me tell you a bit about this. Now, this one I believe is a new release. Yes.
Jordy confirms that the Oliver may have a 1 inch longer rise than the Casbah.
There you go. Okay, thank you. So yeah, this one is the one that's the new release, but it looks like we have a waterfall top in the same fabric that has already been released. So if you're looking to get one of these and you don't want to fight with everybody on Sunday, this one definitely feels like a satin. It's unbelievably soft. The background color is a pale cream with slightly brown undertones, like a vanilla, like a melted vanilla ice cream. This color here is a marigold. This one here, this other color, which looks like brown, is actually that purple vinaigrette color. So it's that purple, like almost like a balsamic vinaigrette. And this was my first pick.
Heather says that she loves that side slit on preview. Is it brown or gold?
Oh, let me tell you. Okay, so hold on, I have to show you this. This was the color that first spoke to me when I saw the Bryn Walker linens for fall.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it's orange again.
Guys.
I'm so sorry. But it's a marigold. So I hope you guys can see it there, that's that color. And that's what's in there. So she's talking about the side slit, so this one. And the question was...
Is it brown or gold?
And I have to say neither.
Oh.
If we're talking about this one. It's actually a vinaigrette, which leans a bit towards brown. And then there is a little bit of darker brown in the center of the vinaigrette. There is no gold. It's vinaigrette and deep marigold.
And Jordy says, oh, and Sunday is the last day of the waterfall promo?
Yes. So we weren't sure how long we were going to keep it going, and then we decided end of the month. I'm really glad you brought that up. So Sunday at midnight is the last day of the waterfall promo. So yeah, this would be a good time to get this one. Good thinking. I like how you think, Jordana.
And Judy says, Happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Late
Judy.
to the party. And
Judy was in the store the other day, and she was like, you've got to do one of these videos like this lady who I follow on Instagram, whose name, of course, escapes me. But she gets dressed, and she's just like an old, I don't want to call her an old lady, but she's older. She's of a certain age. And she just kind of walks up to the camera and goes, and then these are the pants I'm going to wear, but I think it's missing something. Backs up, puts on something. There's the scarf. That's what finishes the look. And it's true. By the time you watch the end of it, she goes from looking like ordinary to looking adorable. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching that. Thank you so much, Judy, for letting me know about her. If you want to mention the name, I can let Mira share it with everybody. So here we go. So super soft. And this one is available now. So I did do one of those, by the way, Judy. It should be coming out at some point, but I did that. I'm like, this is what I wore. This is why I wore it. But I still like the way that she did it better, where she was just so unassuming in front of the camera. She definitely has it down to an art.
So now that you know what Pucci designs are, would you say that you have a Pucci filled closet?
That's actually a really great question. And I can't say that I'm limited to any one style. Like, I love the Pucci prints, but I don't gravitate towards them so that I can have so many Pucci prints. I just love all the silks, including these Pucci styled ones. But I do love the mix of the bright colors. So the vest for this one is part of the new release on Sunday, but this one is currently available. This is like a kind of almost a highlighter yellow, maybe slightly darker. Mm-hmm. This color in here is a mint. Would you say like a spearmint?
Yeah, spearmint.
Spearmint. This is a bluey hot pink. There's a little bit of orange in there.
A spearmint or a Kelly green?
Yeah, a spearmint or a Kelly green is absolutely correct. And then there's a bit of a deep purple in there and some cream.
And the creator was Viv the Carer.
Viv the Carer, one word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really cute to watch. She's just very unassuming. Like, she puts together these outfits and she doesn't look like she's trying to be pretentious or anything. She's just like, this is me getting dressed. At the end of it, I'm going to look great. That's just a fact.
I think, actually, it's the other yellow vest that we have on that rack. I have the box of baby doll.
Oh, do you really? For this one?
In my hold.
I love it.
And one day, in my closet.
So this vest is part of the new drop on Sunday, but the dress is available now. So I'm just
Judy says she's an older Welsh woman who cracks me up and helps me to learn to accessorize better. And Michelle says she's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you know, there's so many great creators out there. But it's really easy to spend so much time. Like, I was thinking about this. I wouldn't say that I doom scroll, but maybe that's what it is, because I find things really interesting and I'm like, who knew that? And I'll watch the whole thing and then I'll get to the next one. I'm like, that's a really good hack for preserving celery. And I'll be like, that's good information. And then I'll go to the next one. But I guess the question is, do I really need to learn all that stuff? I don't know. Is that doom scrolling? Is that how you would define doom scrolling, Mira?
No, I think that is, I think it's not doom scrolling, but it's definitely like adjacent.
It's doom scrolling adjacent, right?
Yeah, because it's not like doom scrolling, but it's like, it's easier to focus on this than what else is going on.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Jordy says, I feel like that's the opposite of doom scrolling. Yeah, because it's like positive scrolling, because it's like, I want something positive.
Yeah, and then as soon as they stop being positive, I turn it off.
Yeah.
But like, I can watch a 3 or 4 minute Amazon finds video and be like, I didn't even know they could make a turntable.
Oh my God, I love looking at the Amazon finds. It's like looking at a Hamaker Schlemmer catalog.
It is. All these things that you had no idea you really needed. Okay, so one of the things I got after watching those things that you really needed.
Mom, you never actually bought it.
I did. I actually bought it. And my cleaning lady approved.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So you can buy these magnetic, like guardrails almost, that magnetize on top of your washer dryer and create a side rail and a back rail. So you're not always losing things off the back of it.
Why would you be losing things off the back?
Because like you take stuff out of the laundry and you throw it on top and then the sock rolls over the other way. Doesn't happen to you. She's shaking her head.
You should never put it on top because then it's going over.
So that's what that was one of my Amazon finds.
Jacqueline Webb says, I watch Viv all the time. She's so cute. And Margaret Webb says, got my waterfall, found one that I really liked the colors, PRC 6966, and think it will go well with demoiselle jeans and some of my Landon pants.
Oh, that's nice. So you have the baby doll of this one.
I will. In due time.
Now, see how even though this really doesn't have this green in it, the chartreuse just seems to work with so much.
Yeah. It goes well with the mustard.
So this is definitely a mustard. You can see it while I'm up close.
It's actually the exact same pattern, except the yellow is darker, and instead of a pink, it is an orange.
As what?
As the other yellow.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So it's actually the exact same pattern. It's just that they changed some of the colors in it.
Well, and this one is a crepe. And this one's a Georgette.
Yeah. But because it has the same, I know, because it has that same spearmint green that pulls turquoise.
Mm-hmm. So pretty. And then again, you go with all your bright colors on your Ziska necklace.
I don't know if you'll recall, because what a small thing to recall. But when we were kids, did you ever dress us in the brand for kids called Luna Luna?
No, it wasn't around.
No? Okay. Because it's this clothing brand from the 2000s. And it's this mom who would just make it. And her daughter would be the model for all of them because she'd make it based on her daughter.
Wow.
And I just came across them on Instagram, which was really sweet. But later in life, she got divorced and had to close the business down. But now her daughter is making dance clothes.
Really?
And she has restarted the business and called it Luna Luna. And she's like, it just makes so much sense because my mom started the business to make clothes for me, and now we're making clothes together.
That's so sweet.
And it was just really nice.
That's really sweet. This one is available now, right?
Yes.
This is not one that you have to wait for. It's beautiful. Like, I know that it's hard for people to wear this shade. It's not even a shade I would normally go for because it is kind of golden yellowy, but I feel like you just have to pick up the other colors in it that do really suit you, like the reds or the Kelly greens or the blue, and then put this over top as an accent, and it just looks so pretty. Mm-hmm.
So this is random, but I want to talk about my experience. Guys.
Okay, this one is available now. Okay, talk.
I'm scared of needles.
Needles
with an N.
Oh, you can talk about that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm scared of needles to the point that famously, when I was a young lad, just a little girl, my mom, we'll tell it from the perspective of you're in the waiting room. You're hearing bloody murder screams. Oh, Shafali said, would be nice with navy or indigo.
Oh, yeah.
The vest.
Yes.
I agree.
It would be beautiful with navy
or with the
indigo.
boho dress. It'd be so pretty.
With the boho dress with red would be stunning. This one actually would match so many things. It's
Watch
just got
out,
a lot
guys. I'm
going on.
going to buy my boxing baby doll, and then she's going to be like, Mira, I was going to get that.
I do love it.
I'm never going to let her, I'm never going to let her get past.
So, okay,
you
tell us
pass?
about your needle
Okay.
situation.
So, to paint a little word picture, when I was a kid, one time I had to get just a flu shot from my regular doctor who I know and trusted ever since I was born. And I was screaming bloody murder, running around the doctor's office that my mom and Nisha had to block me off, like how you try and catch a dog.
Like how you catch a dog
Like how
in the
you catch a
backyard.
dog where you're like, you have no other exits because two people are here. And they had to hold me down. I'm screaming. I'm crying. I get the needle. I'm like, okay, so do I get a lollipop? I don't know who that was. That was crazy.
Cut to.
So Varden Place. Oh my God, every time. Okay. She says, my son, 47, 6'9", faints every time he has a needle.
Oh, that's funny.
I had a teacher who had to it's in his doctor's notes that he has to lie down whenever he gets his blood drawn because he's gonna pass out.
That happened to my husband. He was getting some insurance thing.
Dad, they can't ever find his veins.
No.
He has to get his blood taken from his knuckles. It's terrifying. So
he was getting this. I know we're talking about.
Go for it.
Okay, so he was getting this blood test for an insurance thing when he was much, much younger. And he just totally passed out and they didn't know what to do. And he had no recollection of it. I'm like, they're not going to give you the insurance. That's over for you. Okay, go back to your needle story.
So I didn't pass out and I haven't passed out. I just don't like the idea of you're sticking that into my body.
Yeah.
And then it's in my body and you're either putting something into my body and I can feel that, or you're taking something from my body and I can see that. So this is how I feel about needles. And
I know where this is going, ladies.
And I say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to get acupuncture done.
She's had a back problem and a hip problem for so long and has kept thinking, if I just ignore it, it'll go away.
And
she
where
comes
could I
by that
learn
honestly. Pardon?
I said, and where could I have learned that?
Yes, exactly. From me. So anyways, I went for acupuncture and I'm like, Mira, it was really good. You should do this.
And so I went for acupuncture. And guys, I can see how it's helpful. I'm unfortunately more sore than I was previously.
Really?
Yes. And I think the mental component really got to me because I said, I'm relaxed and I don't feel anything, but I am aware that there are 20 needles in my body right now.
At least 20, yeah.
At least 20. And then she put one in my foot.
Like when she puts them into your foot, it's so weird. Right?
So it's like the base of your foot here.
Yeah.
And I guess it went in wrong because then my entire foot, it just felt tingly.
Ew.
And I said, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I didn't like it.
So did it help at all though? Is the muscle pain you're feeling sore muscles that have been working, or is it
my hips really hurt?
Oh.
And unfortunately, and it was also guys, I've just been having such a terrible bout of luck lately. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Ooh, I like the 3.
Yeah, the 3's cute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of ridiculous. I went out because we were doing the move and everything's going okay. So then I went out for dinner with the girls to be it was so nice that we all lived together. And then I go home, I throw up everything I just ate at that dinner.
And she hadn't been drinking.
And I hadn't done anything wrong except eat food.
And nobody else got sick.
And
so
nobody else got
food.
sick. I just went, and I said, cool. I haven't thrown up in a year, and that just happened.
And in the last few days, she's gotten 2 tickets from the parking lot that we all park in, even though she's paid.
Even though I've paid.
And they're $100 tickets.
It's literally, my luck is just insane. I wash my bed, I go to sleep. I wake up, my cat threw up beside me. I said, okay, that's fine. I wash my bedding again, I go to sleep, I wake up, I have stained my duvet in my sleep. It's in the dryer right now. Praying not to wash that girl again. To catch up on some comments, Judy says, was at the hospital with hubby this week. They wanted to put an IV line. I suggested they have him lie down. Good thing. IVs hurt. One time I had, they put the needle in my hand, but they didn't connect me to the IV. They said, we're just going to have this in your hand in case we need to hook you up to the IV. So I just had a needle in my hand for 7 hours one time when I went to the hospital, and I never got the IV. Mozzarella is Amy, right?
Yes. Hey, Amy.
She says, love the blue flower duster. Also, does this mean that Mira has no tattoos? This does mean that Mira has no tattoos.
Mira has no tattoos.
And Mira loves tattoos, but Mira has been too scared of the needles to get tattoos. But
honestly, it's a win.
No, my mom has never been into tattoos.
No, yeah, but even more than that, this is the paranoid mom in me. I'm like, oh, good, she'll never do drugs that require needles.
And then everyone says, "Oh, Mira, sorry, Mira." And then Jackie
really
Newell says, "Blue or teal?"
So yeah, I did want to talk about some of these pieces that I've been trying on. So I'm just going to backtrack a tiny bit. This one is a teal, but it's somewhere between a teal and a sky blue. But if I had to choose, I would say it's closer to teal than blue. This part out here around the flowers is a gray, and inside the gray is a cream. And then here on the sleeve, you have that very Pucci-esque design, cream, soft greeny yellow, like a very soft chartreuse. That's that kind of sky blue verging on green again.
Would you say this is a 60s print or just reminiscent of the 60s?
Well, and I think that's what's so interesting. Great question, Mira.
Thank you.
Because Pucci predates the 60s.
Really?
Yes, he was late 40s after the war. Into the 50s, and all the women were wearing very fitted, kind of tailored clothing. Mm-hmm. And he came up with this whole flowy clothing thing that was actually the precursor to all the hippie psychedelic prints of the 60s. So he was the first one to do it, and he was the first one to want clothing to become comfortable. So he invented clothing with stretch. Prior to that, the clothing had been all very tailored. So the question, is it like the 60s? If it's Pucci, could be the 60s because the 60s was inspired by Pucci.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, and this one, I did this one. Before I continue, the one that I'm wearing, this is more of a sky blue than a teal.
Yeah.
And this in here is a very, very, very pale blue, like a very pale, almost like a Tiffany blue. And then this in here is 2 different shades of olive green, which is why I thought it would go really well with the pants.
Yeah, they go perfectly with the pants.
Yeah.
Jordy says, I think there are some things they can use to help with needles and make them hurt less. Amy says, I mean, if there's a bright side of a phobia, that would be it. And
thank you, Amy.
And then Jordy says, wow, I'm learning so much today. And then Kay says, my granddaughter had to see a psychologist for needle therapy desensitization. I've heard about that. My friend did that too.
Really?
And so I was like, and I'm intrigued. I'm much better at it. I just can't look at it. It's not even the pain. I think a needle for a tattoo would be fine. It's the idea that you're sticking it in my arm.
Yeah. So that's my problem with needles as well. I can't look at them. Even when I got the acupuncture, I could not watch any of it.
I was so glad it was on my back because I'm like, nothing's happening. She's just tapping me.
Yeah. Tapping me with a toothpick.
Exactly.
But yeah, I hate the idea of anything going through my skin. It just feels wrong. It feels like it's not supposed to be doing that. And it's my job, this whole entity's responsibility to make sure nothing pierces my skin.
Yeah. Chef says this collection is inspired by mid to late 60s print Pucci ads. Beautiful. And I got that, Shafali. So good job. Jordy says the flower duster is one of my favorites. I got a matching dress and I love it. It's so nice. I also love this one.
This is one of my favorites. There are so many reasons why. It's the perfect jewel tones, but like a lot of the Pucci prints, they're ever so slightly muted. They're not like 1980s jewel tones. They're just one tone lighter. And then the other reason that I really love this piece, in addition to the incredible colors, which are navy blue, sky blue, it looks like a raspberry red, there's some purple in there, it is the quality of the kantha stitching. So we often have pieces that are kantha stitched, and kantha stitching is hand stitching that's done in a line. But what you may notice is that see how tiny these, I have to move over this way. There. See how tiny these stitches are? This is the sign of a very expensive piece because all of this would have been done by hand. And with these tiny, tiny stitches, you know that somebody was really doing it carefully, not just kind of whipping through it, right? And you can see how beautiful the stitches are on the back as well.
Is there stitching on the back of the piece?
Yeah. It's actually like this. Oh, there.
Yeah, because I saw that part, so I didn't know. But there's only one small section without the stitching.
Yeah, that doesn't have the stitching. But honestly, one of the most expensive fabrics that we have.
love pieces that have the small canvas stitching because I think it's such a small but beautiful detail.
Yeah, especially when it's tiny.
Yeah.
It's almost like little dots.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. This one is a winner.
Amy says, wait, are those Oliver pants? Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Today is the Oliver pant try on.
Jane says, Emma is a cream you can buy at the pharmacy to freeze the area.
Yes, I've heard about that. Yes.
Amy says, getting a tattoo is like being scratched by a cat repeatedly for hours. I am actually very, very familiar and well-versed with the pain tattoo chart because I have studied it multiple times to be like, and how much am I willing to be in pain? And unfortunately, I love the idea of a rib tattoo, but the fact that just poking it, I'm so sore. That's where you were talking about that when you said you got a massage and you were like, it's so sore.
Yeah, it's so tender.
Right here.
Yeah, right there.
And I'm like, a tattoo there is beautiful. Even touching it is so painful that I can't even imagine a needle.
So the funny thing is, Mira, I have had a tattoo. Shocked face, guys. You can't see her shocked face. It's shocked. My eyebrows. When I got my eyebrows.
That doesn't
Well, I didn't count it as a tattoo either.
Count.
It was tiny little needle pricks. It was a cat scratching you repeatedly, and then I had a headache for days. It counts. It counts. Mira says it doesn't.
Denied.
Okay, this is one of the pieces that's being released on Sunday as well. Let me show you the colors. So
this one actually is what. So it's so funny. Can you put on the poncho of betrayal for a second?
The poncho of betrayal.
So I love this. Dang, Jordy says, oh my God, you do have a tattoo. Judy says, ribs are one of the hardest areas to get a tattoo. That's what I've heard. Jane says that she has a midi in the beautiful Canthus stitch one.
Really? Oh my God, it must be spectacular.
And so what I wanted to point out is that I love the piece that you just showed because it actually plays with the exact same colors as the poncho that you have, just more in a fall palette.
Yeah.
But it's very similar with the really abstract swirls with the darker polka dots for grounding. And so if you liked the poncho that my mom had, we have two pieces in this. The sculptural is my favorite.
Yeah. This is the one that's getting released. The sculptural was already released.
The sculptural is already released. This one is getting released, but I wanted to show because if you loved what my mom was wearing, it's kind of reminiscent.
So this is a great piece to show the difference between roan and alder. So this, you can see here, is going to be the roan. Right? Actually, this is a little more purple, but
I was going to say, yeah.
Super close. And then this is the alder, which is still like not exact, but it's a lighter shade and still works with it. So like you could wear either. They're very much of the same family. There.
Amy says, I have one tattoo. It took 6 hours. It shall be my only tattoo. What is it a tattoo of, if you don't mind sharing? Despite being scared of needles, I have 3 tattoos in mind that I would do.
What would you do?
I would do 1, a ladybug on my ankle.
Nisha has a ladybug on hers.
Nisha has a ladybug because
Nisha's my eldest.
Nisha has always wanted a ladybug and she got it on her knee because since she was a kid, ladybugs have just been a really big sign for her from the universe. And so she has that, and my cousin Rochelle has a tattoo, and it's a book with a ladybug crawling out of it for Nisha because she spent a summer living with Nisha, and it brought her back into all of her passions of arts and crafts. So she has the little book and a little.
I didn't know that that's why she did it.
Yeah, and she has a little ladybug coming out of it. And it's just really funny because before I found out that Nisha wanted that, ever since I was little, I always wanted a ladybug on my ankle because I really liked playing outside.
Wow. And
so I always thought that would just be really cute to have a line drawing of a ladybug. And then the other ones that I would want are, and I've talked about this with my mom, and she said that if she got a tattoo, this would be the one that she would get too, is just very small, very simple, an L on my left hand, an R on my right hand
I
by
would do
my
that
thumb.
100%.
Just so that like when I'm driving, when anyone says anything, I just have to look.
Yeah, as opposed to doing this, which is what I do now.
Because like I literally as a kid was like, and I will always keep my hair elastic on my left one. So that I'm like, well, where's the hair elastic? It's on the left hand. And then my final one would be, this is a little comedy piece, a little family moment. When my grandma was going through chemotherapy, when she had breast cancer, she had a little shot glass to take her medicine, and she still has
one of her sons
glass.
must have brought it into the house.
Yeah, like they just bought like a random one, and she still has this. And like, if you know my Dadima, she's very like
so prim and proper.
So prim and proper.
She is the kind of lady who would drink tea like this with her baby finger up.
Yeah, like so prim and proper. But she has the shot glass in her cupboard that says "drink till he's cute," and so I would want to get a tattoo of the shot glass on my upper arm that says "drink till he's cute." And then when people say, "Oh my God, that's such a funny tattoo," I would get to say, "Oh, thank you. It's for my grandma." I think that's so fun.
I need to interrupt your story to rave about this piece.
I love this piece
love it
so
too.
much.
So the silk itself is butter, absolute butter. This one is available right now. And even though there is none of this green in it, I feel like it works with the green. This color here is a soft, dusty rose. This is different shades of spearmint and like a darker Kelly green. We have those same colors through here that are the wine and then the slightly lighter magenta. This color through here, that's the dusty rose.
I love how it flows. Like the way that the pattern is split up is so interesting.
It's so cute. And this is what I was talking about when I said that when you wear a tunic style dress or like a tunic style top with these pants and there's excess fabric, can you see how it fills out the bottom?
Yeah.
Right? It almost acts like a petticoat.
It does. It's really cute.
Yeah. And that's why I go with the bigger size, because generally speaking, I'm far more likely to wear something that's going to be tunic length than to wear something short.
And I really like the rounded look with it because the Casbah gives a very straight look that I find is more reminiscent of like traditional Indian styling with like
well, this is actually more traditional Indian.
But like, you know how it's like they wear like the kurta and then the pants and then they have the dupatta over their shoulder?
Yeah, but these are those pants.
Yeah, but like I feel like the straight leg Casbah gives me like more auntie than like this gives like hip fun street beautiful.
This does have more of an artsy vibe.
Yeah, it's like
and
more
I would say that the Casbah
style.
has more of a sporty vibe.
Yeah, yes.
We're going to call it sporty.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like how artsy this look is with the Olivers.
Corey says poncho of betrayal is very nice. Jack Newell says 6 hours. Amy says it's a memorial tattoo of lilies, pansies, and an iris with a couple butterflies. That sounds really beautiful.
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah. Kay says I think I am right left dyslexic. Same. Jordy says, oh my God, genius tattoo. And I would get the full words tattooed on my hand in large font. Shafali says pious. Why?
Pious means like someone who's very religious and supportive of religion. Did she spell Pious?
Yeah. I would love to know what that was in reference to because I accidentally blabbed about too many things at once to know what exactly that related to.
So now this piece here is a piece that's being released for sale on Sunday. And even though I have been working with this piece all week, I did not realize it had this fabulous border on it.
Now this is the fabric that I said, oh my God, I love this sculptural tunic and it's in wabi sabi. And now it's sold.
Is it sold? Look at this though. This ribbon is extraordinary.
Jordy says, I'm going to mess this up, so let's do it together. Check out dyscalculia. Anyone who struggles with that.
Oh.
Like dyslexia, but for numbers. Trouble with left, right, time, blindness, math. Oh, that's us, girl. Girl, that's us.
So ironically, I have incredible time awareness, like down to the minute. I know exactly like how long everything is going to take. But if you gave me 3 numbers and said, hold these 3 numbers in your head for 10 seconds, they are gone.
Yeah.
Or they're totally switched order.
I do that with the codes for PRG, like PRG,
me too.
PRC. I
have
get
to
the
write them
numbers
down.
right, but never the order.
Yeah.
Marilyn says this vest is magnificent. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. It's like English garden gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. And you can see the Pucci in it, right?
Yeah.
All these colors that you normally wouldn't put together, the big florals, the vivid colors right down to the polka dots there and the border.
Oh, and then Jane said actually that the needle freeze cream is called Emla.
Yes, the Emla patch. I used to get that for you when you were a kid.
For my needles?
I must have. It must have been for your needles. I know that I had the Emla patches.
They used to have a little Where's Waldo picture when I had to get my blood taken, and I have to say that worked, but I always found Waldo. And then what? What do you do when you find him, you know?
Then what? Guys, I have to show. Oh, I can't yet. Maybe I can.
So many thoughts happen. I don't think you can.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think the listings are done.
The listings aren't done, but wouldn't it be really cool to show them?
I know, but we could wait a week when the listings are done.
For those of you who missed out on Gala, we are getting a skirt in. We have it. We just haven't created the listing.
Oh yeah, I would wait for that because we haven't created a listing and like we only have like 2 right now.
Yeah, but it's not going to... No, we don't.
Did we get more?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Of that one, we have 6. I think we should show them.
I think we should wait.
So next week, the theme will not support.
What's next week's?
I can't tell you. It's a surprise.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. Well, just so you know, we have some Gala coming down the pipe, but not in Bryn Walker, but it's the same.
Well, like I hate to add even more bottoms to your bottoms live that you're doing Tuesday, but
Oh, I could put it in there.
I would put it in there.
Yes. That's a good idea.
I would throw that in there.
Yep. Okay, so this
Jordy
is one of the
says,
ones that...
"Eek, is it the tiered skirts?" It's even better than the tiered
Let me show
skirts.
them, Mira. Let me show them.
Oh my God. Okay, you can show them.
Yes. I'm so excited. Okay. Entertain people.
You have to fully put it on.
I can't. I'm not wearing shorts.
Well, then that's not worth it.
It is. It is.
No, you gotta fully. I'm yelling. I'm yelling into the mic. Let me move this one.
Hold on. I'll find
You
them.
gotta
Give me a
fully
sec.
put it on. I know you're not wearing shorts, but we actually sell those.
I don't even know where they are.
Exactly. It's on the rack closest to the shipping rack.
Yes.
And put on shorts so that you gotta wear it because you have to show her you can change it.
I have to put on shorts. Well, then you're going to have to stand up in front of everybody and show them things.
But they love my voice.
You can't just have an empty screen.
Well, just throw it
Nope.
on.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Well, then throw it on over your pant.
I could do that.
This is
This
what
is
happens.
the difference between
Yeah.
Shefali and Mira.
This is what happens
Shefali
when
would have
I'm
been like, that's my boss telling me. Mira's like, that's just my mom.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm not going to be able to put on over top. So
Step in.
that's too much fabric.
Step in.
It's too much fabric.
Step-a-roo. What if I got you shorts? You're the one who wanted to show them.
I'm just going to show
It's
them.
not going to do it justice because
Okay.
you can't show the ties.
But I'll show the ties.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the skirt. It's
Oh
made
my
out of
God.
cotton. It is the same color as Gala. And it has a little lining on the inside right there. And you can play around with it because it's got little strings on the inside here. So you can adjust the length and make it a little bit more asymmetrical. And
It's a little unclear. Can you show the crowd?
no.
Okay. Middle ground.
Yeah.
Put it on the mannequin behind you.
Yes. Totally can do. Mira, can you put this on the mannequin? No. I just
I'm in my grubby.
you look beautiful.
No, thank you.
Ah, well, I'm also giving you the no thank you.
What?
Thank you, Mira.
But I made her so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, I even did buttons.
I know you did.
I unpacked this.
Mom wins. So we're going to be getting that skirt in a slew of colors. And I like them just like as a great summer skirt, but I'm really looking forward to wearing that skirt underneath tunic styles because it's going to look beautiful. But for now, we only have this color. And in the meantime,
This is part of the collection. I think it's already out though.
this piece is already out. And the colors in it are like a dusty peachy pink, like a dusty coral, an ochre, a gray, and a brown. Very soft. Thanks, Mira. So the reason that I wanted to grab it is because I think it's going to look so cute with this.
If only you were trying it on.
If only. So in this skirt, the extra large fits me very comfortably with room to spare.
So
It
you
has
can
the yoga waistband.
have it like this, but yeah, like you can also fold it down and it doesn't budge.
No, it's super comfortable. And I like that you can play with it.
Yeah.
So here. Like there is so much potential here.
Yay, thank you guys. Jordy says, I like how you styled that maxi dress.
Like I feel like this skirt is going to be spectacular. Really
Can
excited about
you
it.
show untying one of the ties?
Yes.
And also bring the mannequin into center,
Yes,
please.
I can do all of those things.
Perfect. Actually, over an inch this way.
I think it's this way.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So the inside of the skirt has
Does the
ties.
vest match gala?
Yes.
I would say it does, yes.
yes.
There's a bit of a lighter pink in it, which is what makes it a bit hard to tell, but that base color is gala.
This color right here.
Yeah.
It's not exactly gala, but it's in the same family.
Yeah.
So this has little ties in it, and you can untie them or tie them and adjust the length of the skirt. So see how it's a little bit longer there now? It's so super cute.
It's so super cute.
That side's down now.
A purple patchouli. So Lorena says, I have that in brown.
Oh, so cool. So we're getting it in mocha, turquoise, teal, red, rust. Do you remember any of the other colors, Mira?
Are you doing the gray or no?
No.
Can I have some water, please?
Chartreuse. Aren't we getting the chartreuse or the lime green?
Was there a lime green?
I don't remember if we're getting it. There was a lime green. This one is so beautiful.
Jordy says, oh, wow, this outfit, I would be flancing around like a happy cupcake, but a person.
Yeah, right?
And how long is it at its longest?
It is not a maxi skirt. It comes to, if you undo all of them, it would come up just above my ankles. I'm 5'5". But you can also make it
My
longer or
ankle?
shorter because of the yoga waistband. Like you can pull it quite far down and make it longer, or you can pull it up and fold more over. So the length is very adjustable because the yoga waistband itself is...
And would you say that the fabric is similar to the cotton voile tashi?
Yes, I would. It's almost 12 inches. I'm going to say 8 or 9 inches, maybe even 10 inches of waistband.
And how much for the skirt?
I don't know. That I don't know.
If only we have
Oh,
a
I
listing.
do. I do. Ish. I do know ish. They are between 60 and 70.
Yes. I
Yes.
can see. Oh, there's no listing. I can't.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, let me pull it up.
No, there's no listing yet. So I wore my shrug for the first time in a really long time the other day. And I just used magnets and attached it here, and it stayed so securely all day. I did a story about it because I was so excited. And I think normally my shrugs stay on. Like right now, I don't think I'm going to have a problem. But I was wearing a silk top, and so the silk on the silk just kept sliding. It was getting frustrating. But having those buttons there made all the difference. So this is another piece that is available right now, and you can see how Pucci inspired that is.
That reminds me of, do you remember Groovy Girls?
Yeah, your dolls.
And Jackie was wondering, will we get matching tops?
Excellent question. So here's another thing that's coming down the pipe. We have found these tops that are the exact same cut as the Huxley tanks, but they're done in a cotton. We're not 100% sure how they're going to wash yet. And so we've only gotten a couple of colors in. We're getting rust and denim and teal and one other color that I don't remember. And those tops are the same colors as the skirts, so we will have some match sets. But once we all agree that they're a high enough quality, then we're probably going to be getting more in, and we can get them in on a regular basis, just so that we have more of that Huxley tank style. But because the cotton is just a little bit softer, a little less, it doesn't have the same density as the linen, we find that it doesn't expand out. It kind of falls straight more, like the folds fold in. What else is new over there, Miri?
I was texting Dad a question, and Corey says, "Groovy girls, my daughters had those. I saved them all. Great dolls."
Aww. We had our groovy girls.
We donated them to. We gave them to. Remember the mailman that we had who had those? Like he had 2 young daughters, so we would always give him.
We gave him a lot of.
We gave him like a lot of our toys, a lot of My Little Pony, a lot of Littlest Pet Shop. But we had a Groovy Girls sleeping bag that we'd all fight over to use because our Groovy Girls had a matching sleeping bag.
So, okay, I have to tell you the story of this mailman. Or mail carrier. So he came to the house and, I would talk to him and stuff because I would open the door. Do you remember the story?
No, I just remember I was like, oh, our mailman, we're on good terms with that guy.
Honestly, we chatted all the time. So he would come to the door and then he was talking about his kids and I maybe said, like, we have this stuff, like, do you need anything? And he said, yeah, my wife is bisexual, which was really fun until it wasn't. And then she left me for another woman. And I was like, okay, so we have this plasma car.
Okay, so do you like Littlest Pet Shop?
The Littlest Pet Shop, the plasma car for your kids, maybe? I don't know.
Oh my God, I love
Oh, I know what it was.
car.
I had put something out on the curb.
You did.
He came in and asked as if it was okay.
We put the Barbie houses on the curb.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a story that definitely took my breath away. And it was really fun until she left me for her. And I'm wondering, what was really fun? Like,
yeah.
Do I need to fill in the blanks there?
Sir, I just wanted my mail. Do you have my bills?
So this does not have any of the chartreuse in it. These are very muted, soft, taupey browns. And then again, we have these golden yellows that kind of work their way into browny marigolds. And then this is a deep wine color through here with a little bit of embroidery on this side.
Well, that reminds me of the time. So I'm working at sariKNOTsari. It's at the first location.
Yeah.
It's like within my first year of working there, and we are selling those sleeveys that we used to have.
Yeah, which we still do, but now we have the instant leaves.
Yeah, instant sleeves. And the sleeveys were a bit different. They kind of looked a bit more like a bra, like they were smaller.
Yeah.
And so one day I'm working, and this guy comes in, and he's looking through our stuff, and he's really taken by this top. And so he comes to the cash, and he's like, what do you think about this top? And I'm like, yeah, it's like really great. It's a really great layering piece. The spiel, my sales routines. And he says something along the lines of like, yeah, it's my sugar mama's birthday and I'm trying to find her something and I really want her to look smoking. I think she looks so
I remember this story.
Yeah.
He had a sugar mama?
Yeah. And he's wearing like a white wife beater tank top, ratty jorts, flip-flops. That tells you everything you need to know. And so he's like, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, sir, I have one of these that I wear under my jumpsuits. But
now you've made it weird.
I'm like, I don't think you know what you're holding.
Oh, did he just think it was like a sexy bra thing?
He thought it was a sexy bra, like bikini top.
Oh.
And I said, I don't think she's gonna wear just that. I need you to know that there's gonna be more.
He should have gotten her something like that pink kimono sleeve duster that Kim wore today. Have you seen the stories?
No.
She's talking about all the great ways you can wear this pink sheer kimono sleeve duster. You know where this is going.
Yeah.
And then she goes, and then there's Valentine's Day. And she just blinks and looks at the camera. And I'm like, okay, that's more information than I ever want to know about Kim. Unfortunately, I had to picture that when you said it. I wish she could take it back.
That's so funny.
But that's what I do to you guys all the time, too.
Yeah.
So this one here is a chiffon.
And I like it with the pants.
I do, too. So the colors in here are kind of like a light mint green, but slightly grayed. This is a very muted taupe. This color here is very close to a Tiffany blue. Then there's a little bit of red. There's a little bit of brown. There's a little bit of yellow. So definitely you can see the Pucci style with this. Now, people have been asking me about the chiffon, about is it soft and is it sheer? And chiffon is both the softest and the most sheer. It is the most ethereal of all the silks we have. It's like a cloud. It's almost like it doesn't exist. So this is one of those pieces. It is made out of an extraordinarily sheer chiffon.
And it's wabi-sabi.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, and this piece releases on Sunday.
But yeah, a lively day on the street that day.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to look around. I'll come back. And I said, don't.
Please do.
Maybe don't.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope that sugar mama got a gift that she deserved.
You know, back then when he said that about his wife being bisexual and it was great until it wasn't, I felt I was a lot more sheltered back then. You guys were quite young, right?
Yeah,
we were just getting rid of your Barbie stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, there still wasn't the same conversation that there is now. And for some,
I know, part of me is like, girl, she might have just been on her lesbian journey.
Yeah, I don't know. But she left. Oh, so she wasn't really bi.
But then again, that comment is biphobic because it's like the whole idea is like, oh, well, then like people treat being bi as like a middle point.
Yeah.
When it's totally valid to just be bi.
So I'm reading a book right now that Henna gave me. It's called I think it's The Secret Life of Kat K.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know if that's it for sure, but I saw it on your table.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a piece that is being released on Sunday as well. We have two matching pieces. This one is the kimono sleeve top. This one is the kimono sleeve jacket. I believe it was Heather on the Swap and Sell that says she had one of the sister pieces of this, and it is extraordinarily soft. So I wanted to show you, we have teals, we have denim indigo blues, and we have a very, very pale, that's actually a cream. Yeah, it's actually a mix between a cream and a taupey cream and a very icy bluey gray in the flowers there. And you don't have to wear them together, but I just wanted to give it a try. So yeah, I'm reading this, The Secret Life of Kat K, and it's really, really good. It's, you know, it is about a lesbian. Yes. And you really do go through her coming of age journey with her. Mm-hmm. And then she ends up meeting somebody else who's a lesbian, and she figures out that person is a lesbian by her hand gestures, that she's an actress. And as she watches a movie and there's something that this woman does with her hands where she goes, lesbian. And so she makes a point of trying to meet this person. But anyway, so I'm reading this and it's pretty lusty. It is a lusty story. And like, there are days where they spend the whole day in bed and they don't go into detail. But I'm like, that's a whole day in bed. I don't think you were doing the crossword. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mira's laughing at me right now.
Just like you're like a whole day in bed. They must be doing the crossword. Crossword was really hard today.
So yeah, so interesting though, because you know there was a time where a book like that would not have been on the bestseller list, for example, right? Like it would have been one of those ones that people talk about behind closed doors. Do you think in the 80s they had books that were bestsellers? Hey
girl.
You think
50 Shades of Grey.
That was not the 80s.
No, but I mean, the fact that that was a bestseller that then prompted 4 more books and a movie series.
But that was one of the lustiest ones, 50 Shades of Grey. Like even that was quite
You could even say Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight. That scene where they doesn't he break the whole house or something? Or he breaks the bed?
Oh yeah, he breaks the bed. Yeah. Guys, you don't even want to open this can of worms because I think Twilight's so... One, I grew up during the Twilight craze.
Mm-hmm. Not the Twilight Zone.
Not the... And then...
this one is releasing on Sunday.
Everyone is telling you, wrong. No, they're saying it kindly, but I'm putting that twist on it.
What did
Christine says, Jackie Collins.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's so
And
true.
Heather says, Danielle Steele in the 80s.
I did read some of that. It shaped my youth.
And I did not need to know that. I feel like you're watching Kim's stories. Dang. Okay. Anyways, Mom. But I was watching New Moon with the girls, which is 1, my favorite Twilight movie, and 2, I believe, the second Twilight movie. And
I think you're right.
I think so.
No.
And guys,
this one is available now. Mm-hmm.
I guess I really it was not hitting how much vampirism was used as an allegory for like innocence and virginity.
Oh.
Because
do tell, Mira.
So the whole reason why Twilight is so objectively funny. Oh, Jordy says, I love this piece. But the reason why it's so objectively funny is that Stephanie Meyer wrote it and is a Mormon.
She's a Mormon?
Yes. And so
That shouldn't be funny.
Let me
finish. Please finish.
So the way that she writes about like having these like lustful temptations to this guy is supposed to be like, and he's a vampire, it's wrong. And it's like,
do Mormons believe only in sex after marriage? What is the belief there?
Yes, I believe.
Okay. I know they don't have coffee or soft drinks, supposedly.
We can get into a really weird conversation. I don't know if I want to have that with my mom.
Okay. Okay. You already gave me enough information right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So they're just weird about it.
Okay.
As far as we're gonna go.
Yep. But changing, singing,
nothing. And have you ever told the Taylor Swift music story?
No, what's that one? Oh, phallic imagery?
No, the one where you and Hannah were like, what's that? What's that cat? I hear a cat. A cat.
No.
Do you remember that?
That for me, it's not a cat.
What? Oh my God. Okay, I'll have to tell it after. Clearly you can't remember. But anyways, the reason why Twilight's so interesting is because she is Mormon. And so there's like a lot of that is just kind of subtly written into the story. And so I'm watching this movie and it's so much like she's really pressuring. She's like, I want to become a vampire. I want to have this with you. I want this, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, blah, 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 blah. And it's like this whole thing. And so it was just, I just was like, whoa, it really flew over my head that the idea of
that it was creepy.
No, I got that it was creepy. That the idea of being turned into a vampire was like it was used as like an idea of like losing your innocence.
Oh.
So she's like, I really want to be turned into a vampire. And he's like, no.
And that's why they live forever, because they're in hell?
Well, no. But because like at one point, they're like in the movie, and I said, whoa, never clocked this. It's like, Edward is religious. He's a religious man. Because he was turned into a vampire because he almost died of the Spanish influenza.
Oh, right. Okay, hold on one second. This is one of the new ones from the drop on Sunday.
So beautiful. It's kind of giving Encanto.
It is giving Encanto, but it is also giving Pucci.
Exactly. Most importantly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, keep telling your story.
Most importantly.
Tell me more about things that I thought were innocent that really weren't.
Well, it was just really interesting because she was like talking to Edward's dad about it, obviously. Like, your son won't turn me into a vampire, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And he was like, well, keep in mind, Edward is religious, and so he thinks that by turning you into a vampire, like, that's killing your soul.
Oh.
And so he's like, you're asking someone you love to kill your soul.
Huh.
And so I was like, whoa. I was really so caught up in the love triangle aspect of it as a kid. Totally missed the religious
aspect. About Taylor Lautner?
Yeah.
Whose name in the story was?
Jacob.
So, okay.
See, this is why I said, like, because I could just talk about those forever.
Yeah, clearly. I thought Nisha was the one who was all about
Nisha
Twilight.
was, like, experienced it during the Twilight craze. I experienced post-Twilight craze where, like, it's kind of like how J.K. Rowling, like, started confirming random things about Harry Potter, and people were like, we need you to stop.
Oh.
Like she confirmed that before there was plumbing in the magic world at Hogwarts, students and staff would just kind of go wherever and then use magic to get rid of it. And we said,
in any of the books?
No, she confirmed that outside of the books.
Okay. Why did we need to know that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Before we continue, I have to let you know I'm about to try this one on. This is a new release. It has sparkles down one side.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's soft like you wouldn't believe. On the inside, it's just thread, so it's not itchy. There's no metallic thread. It is truly butter, and it is wabi-sabi right there.
And
it has this green in it.
And Jordy
The
is
best
actually
green.
the best green. Jordy is wondering if the white part was little flowers in the piece previous.
The white part in this piece?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So these are little tiny flowers, the outlines of flowers, and those are the centers of the flowers there. And then you can see some more of them down there. And then here, these are stylized flowers, but flowers.
Okay. So I feel like I have to be responsible and we need to stop talking about Twilight.
We do.
But I'm going to end it on one of the craziest points.
Okay, tell me.
And this one I love telling people because the reaction is always so the same and the line of questions that comes from it is just so entertaining. And Deborah says that she has the sister maxi caftan in this fabric. That would be beautiful as a maxi caftan.
And so soft.
Wow. And the colors are so vibrant.
Yeah, they're stunning.
So, famously, Jacob imprints on Bella and Edward's baby.
Right. I do know that.
And then when she grows up really fast, he's like, I'm dating this child who's now technically an adult, even though I knew that she was a baby. Weird.
Just weird.
Mormon.
I don't know if we can call it a Mormon thing.
Well, it's just there's a lot of influences, and it's just it's that there's a lot of those influences from that culture seep into the book, and that is really popular. And like
her perception of the culture, I'm sure she's an outlier.
Her perception of the culture, and that's what Kristen Stewart actually says, that the way that there is so much tension and shame put into the layers of attraction.
Yeah, that's true.
Between Edward and Bella.
Yeah, like it's not just an innocent love.
No, it becomes almost a queer story.
Oh.
Because she's like, it's really interesting. It's such a campy movie because even though it has such a religious origin, it does like that tension and the feeling of it being wrong, but like knowing that this is what you want and what's right, it does relate to queer audiences, which is really interesting. Mm-hmm. But my point is that technically, no pockets.
But they will.
But they will.
They will. And don't forget, waterfall tops are $40 back in store credit until Sunday at midnight. This one is available, friends.
I've decided that I'm going to just wrap up the Twilight because I can just talk about that forever. And I'm not going to do that to you guys. I already did that for too long.
Okay. All right.
But what I was going to bring up, the funny story that my mom does not remember, which I'm sure we told you guys.
That's how we digressed?
Well, it was a pit stop that I wanted to return to.
Okay.
So we're in the Airbnb. Oh, actually, Dale says, is there going to be any picking saris coming up?
No, not for a while. We have a lot of stock right now. And we've had to actually hold off on making any more until we sell a bit of our existing stock. But we have so much that we haven't even unboxed some of it. And the reason for that is that even when sales started to go down, when all the tariff stuff happened, we kept ordering the same amount because we didn't think that the tariff situation would last that long. But alas, it did. And it continues to last. So at some point, we just didn't have the money to cover additional new shipments. So we're putting a bit of a hiatus on production. And we still have boxes we haven't even opened, which is what we've been sharing with you guys. Mm-hmm. Continue.
So we're living in an Airbnb for a little bit in between house moves. It is my mom. My dad. I love this one so much.
Yeah, this one's available now. No, is it, or is this a new one?
I'm pretty sure it's available.
Okay.
But it's beautiful nonetheless. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
So we're living in an Airbnb for a little bit. It's my mom, my dad, myself, and my middle sister, Henna. And it is an old Airbnb in Burlington.
Oh, you're talking about the
gingerbread house. The gingerbread house. So it's late at night. And there are other people in the other units. But so we're talking, and we grew up with like cats in a pretty active outdoor area. Do you remember what this is?
Now I'm remembering this.
So we're talking, and we're hearing like a small cries. And my sister goes, wait, guys, I think I'm hearing like a cat or something. I think I hear a cat.
A suffering cat.
So we all go silent. It is in that moment that we go silent that my mom and Hannah make eye contact and immediately clock what we are hearing. A woman is having a very nice evening. Somewhere else in the building, she's having a wonderful evening. And she's making it known to the world. And my sister and my mom, literally, it's like it happened in slow motion because it happened so fast. They're like, wait, shh, everyone quiet. We hear it twice. They make eye contact. My mom goes, Alexa, play Taylor Swift.
That's right. That's what I did.
And my dad and I are like, what is it? What is it? And you and Anna are just laughing.
Honestly, I remember that now. I totally forgot. What else could I do?
You're like, Alexa, play Taylor Swift loud.
Yep. That was so funny.
It makes me laugh every time I think about it.
And we had such serious things we were going to talk about today.
We did.
What time is it?
It's already 9:32.
Yeah, I know.
Well, as much as I'd love to talk about those serious things, I
don't want to. I'm having fun.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's a bummer because it's so in our backyard.
Literally.
We wanted to talk a bit about AI, but
they're thinking of building a data center on the Stelco land.
Yeah,
which
and
has literally put it right in our backyard.
And it's actually been making me really, really sad. So sad.
I love these together.
I don't know if I could even talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun reminiscing instead.
Yes, it's so much more fun. But yeah, maybe at some point we'll talk about AI because it really is in the news.
It's an important conversation to have.
And I think without getting too much into the weeds about it, I'm getting so much contradictory information from sources that are supposed to be reliable that I don't even know what's true and what's not true anymore. And it's making it really hard for me to make an educated decision about specifics. Because, like, a small example, and we're not going to get too far into the weeds, but apparently there's a place in Utah where they are building a data center that is larger than the island of Manhattan. But apparently that is also not true. And it was traced
in the talks of it happening.
No. The size is really not that big. And if they traced the money back, and it was actually supposedly the Chinese who started funding this protest against this center. But I don't believe that's true. But I don't know what to believe. Like, it's just this, again, that's something where I'm not even questioning, should there be a data center? Shouldn't there be a data center? That is a whole other discussion. It's this unreliability. Pardon?
Sorry, I really like this combo.
I love this combo. But yeah, it's the unreliability of information now. Like, I don't know. I've heard people say that it doesn't affect the water. And then I've seen actual examples of water that has turned brown.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
AOC was just talking about it.
Pardon?
AOC was just talking about
that's what I saw. I saw her talking about it, but I also saw somebody else talking about it. So I feel like we're getting these very contradictory reports. And I just wish that I had access to better information. So ladies, if you know a reliable source, I usually read The Guardian and The Atlantic, but I'm wondering how skewed that is too.
For environmental stuff, especially when it comes to like AI and database like centers being built, I follow, I think it's Common Earth.
Oh, yeah, I follow Common Earth.
Yeah, and they post a lot of stuff and a lot of updates, and they give a lot of really good information about different AI sites. So yeah, also what I told my mom, which I thought was both kind of funny, kind of cool, kind of crazy, is since the Pope has written those documents.
Is it called an encyclical?
Yes, an encyclical condemning AI and its doom on humanity, for simple terms.
Well, I'm really happy he's got the conversation started.
No, yeah. But what's really interesting is because he has done that, and he is like a religious head of...
Yeah, the head of a religion.
The head of a religion.
Yeah.
In a workplace, you could actually say that it goes against your religion to use AI. if they are trying to force you to use AI in a workplace, you can say that it's religious discrimination because it goes against.
That one is definitely going to get taken to court.
And
Again, no judgment on either side.
I think it's a really interesting point and a really interesting thing to consider because technically,
yeah,
there is that, and it is like, because even within the classroom, students are no longer getting the option to say no because teachers are like, we need you to also understand the dangers and possibilities of it. So you have to understand it to some degree. Well, but because of that, then people are like, but I don't want to support using it.
Yeah. This is what I mean. Like there's a lot of contradictions. So we're getting we're in the midst of getting our certification. It's called EcoSale, and it's kind of like B Corp, but it's more stringent. So they do an assessment and you work with them to make sure that your entire organization is moving on a pathway towards sustainability. And there are different levels, and you start in level 1 and then you set some goals that become very publicly shared. Of what your goals are going to be over the next 5 years to move yourself to a level 4. So that's what we're working on. And I went to a meeting on Wednesday just to kind of learn, like we're in the thick of it, but we're in the thick of the work part of it, not the overview part of it. So I went to a meeting about the overview part of it. I don't even think you know about this, Mira. And so I'm listening, I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, this is the big picture. And one of the people in this organization, I think it's called, don't want to name names. It's all about sustainability, though. Literally all sustainability. And he says, yeah, and then we've created this website that uses AI in order to compare your business to other businesses to find out what your sustainable business is lacking in order to make you more competitive against non-sustainable businesses. And so we're on Zoom and my hand goes up and I'm like, pardon? Did you say we use AI? And he's like, yeah, because I'm like, isn't that like bad? And so he's like, well, but you have to use it for this, this, and this. And
do you have to?
This is the thing. I keep here. And then today I was telling this to Kim, and she was saying that there was this huge scandal because Mel Robbins and Reese Witherspoon were publicly saying that women are not using AI as much and they need to catch up, which has me thinking, well, if this woman isn't using AI, it's not because I'm afraid of AI. It's because I have a stronger sense of where it's headed.
Well, that's what I was going to say is there's like, you need to catch up, don't be left behind. But the question is, if you're not relying on AI to do these things, it's because you can do them yourself.
Well,
and so what is more valuable, being able to have the skill to rely on a system to do something for you because everyone else is doing it, or being able to have that skill set on your own?
Well, and also that, I think no matter what, this is a showstopper.
That's really beautiful. I can't get over that. Are those French knots or just sequins?
Those are French knots on top of sequins. So all hand done. This is a work of art.
Oh, and Judy says, have a great weekend, everyone. I've got to go. Happy hunting Sunday.
It's nice to have you stop in with us. Thank you. So anyways, this has been my journey lately. And then I was listening to a podcast on my way here, and it was Diary of a CEO, and he had on 2 people kind of debating the whole idea of whether AI is good or bad, like if you had to kind of lay out the points. And, the person who was saying that AI was good, the number of times he said, cure for cancer, cure for cancer, cure for cancer. And I'm like, there's a yes and happening here. Cure for cancer, yes. I don't want to do my own research.
Well, and this is the thing, is they're saying cure for cancer, cure. Oh, Jane says, can you try on the matching vest, please?
With it, sure. Yes.
Cure for cancer, cure for cancer, cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, but then at the same time, research has really emerged recently about, there has been, I forget what it is exactly, but there has been research that has come out that they found new methods to treat different kinds of cancers.
Yeah, apparently pancreatic cancer is one of them.
Yeah, but then they've taken a lot of funding out of the research for those things. So now those are shutting down and there's no further research that can be done on them. So it's really wow.
It's a stunner.
It's wow.
Wow.
But it's just really interesting because, yes, it's such a good point. Sorry, I'll say that in a second. it's just really interesting because they're like, this could cure cancer. It could be the data that cures cancer, but it's gathering data we already have.
Well, and consolidating and doing something with it. Again, I don't want to get into the weeds of is AI good or bad. Because I think, first of all, we're still figuring that out. And I think two things can be true. But that means we need regulation in that. The part that's really getting me is the contradictory facts.
Well, I think in everything there's contradictory facts, and the issue is right now we're at a time where everyone's voice can be so loud.
Yeah.
It's like because there used to be like I saw this thing, it's like there used to be a point where scientists held more importance in what they were saying than someone.
Oh, you mean that people trusted the opinion of scientists more?
Yeah. But like, not even that, but like when a scientist spoke about something, you're like, well, that's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's like, well, scientists said this, but so-and-so on Facebook said this.
And here's another thing. Speaking of crazy things on Facebook, I keep reading over and over again that scientists are disappearing. Have you heard of this?
Like people are taking them out, or it's like a dying field?
No. They're disappearing. They're there one day, they're gone without a trace. So how do you do research on that? Who do you trust?
Well,
is it true? Is it not true?
This is the thing, unfortunately. I mean, trying to stay kind of. Oh, so Michelle says, Luddites were very important people in the Industrial Revolution. Those of us who want to make certain that AI will provide will watch and wait a bit. Jane said, absolutely need regulation.
Yeah.
Jackie Newell says, time to watch Battlestar Galactic. Corey says, I heard that mostly in the US, I think. Yeah. And well, there's like, I mean, pardon my language, but shit is really going down in New Jersey.
Is it?
Yeah. To the point that,
oh, wait, is it over a data center?
There's like, it's like to the point that I don't even know. Oh, Dragon Wood said, I hope not. My son is a scientist, and we'll keep him safe.
Yes. It's a certain group of scientists who are disappearing. And then there's all of these conspiracy theories that they're working on something, but they have to do it secretly. I've heard it from so many different places that I tried to research it. And of course, everybody says that I've researched it. It's just a bunch of unrelated incidents.
So
but it's the same incident over and over again.
The issue of where we are at it in the world is that you almost can't rely on information for information.
No, you can't.
And so that is like, because everything has an end goal or is owned by something.
Yes, somebody has got an end game in
like,
everything.
And so that is actually, there was a journalist award ceremony, I believe, and this man, this young boy, he got a scholarship. You know, it was the Mike Wallace Scholarship for Journalism. Mm-hmm. And he said, I want to thank my mom, my family, my teacher. I wouldn't be here without them. I want to thank like CBC for giving me this. At the same time, I want to condemn CBC and Fox News because I think that what they are doing besmirches the legacy of Mike Wallace. And he's basically saying like, there's no point in having.
Who is Mike Wallace again? Isn't he an MP?
He was like, I believe.
I thought he was the MP for Burlington.
No.
I thought he was.
He was an American broadcaster.
Oh, okay.
American broadcaster, journalist, and television personality known for his investigative journalism. He interviewed a wide range of prominent newsmakers during his 7-decade career and was one of the original correspondents featured on the CBS News program 60 Minutes.
Interesting.
And so, and here's let me actually see if I can.
So while you're looking that up, so I hear what you're saying, like you can't trust information and you can't trust these sources that kind of flit across your screen. So what I've tried to do is when information flits across my screen, I try to corroborate it somewhere. But I don't know where to corroborate it because I don't know who you can trust. And then there are some things that I think maybe are going on, but nobody's reporting about them because they're almost conspiracy theory. But I don't want to follow a conspiracy theory.
But I mean, at the same time, there are things that like, they just sound like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Corey says, wonder if someone is making them disappear because they're discovering things someone doesn't want us to know. That's what I feel like.
That's what I was thinking.
And Jackie Newell says, some have disappeared, some killed, all top scientists.
Yeah.
And so this student journalist recipient of the Mike Wallace Scholarship called out CBS in the wake of the recent merger of its parent company, Paramount, with Skydance.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank CBS.
That's what got Stephen Colbert supposedly canceled. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that pattern.
I feel like we've had the silken before, right?
We do. And actually, this one is available now, but I've never seen how gorgeous that looks on.
Michelle says, Priya, you could get ground news.
What is ground news?
Please say more.
Please say more.
But he says in his speech on stage, and literally keep in mind, he's granted the scholarship by CBS.
Yeah.
While I want to thank CBS News for funding this generous gift towards my education, I also want to acknowledge how the recent direction of the outlet stains the legacy of Mike Wallace, the namesake of the scholarship.
Wow.
He went on to speak out against corporate elites and saying, as corporate elites take hold over the very pipes through which our information flows, journalism that serves people becomes increasingly harder to come by, yet ever more crucial, and what people want is the truth. So if at any time you hesitate to utter the word genocide or remain silent in the face of blatant lies, remember to ask yourself, who is this for? I hope you choose us.
Yeah.
Like
that is such a great statement.
Isn't that so
that's
impressive
really how it is.
To say as you're like he truly he basically risked the support of his education at this event to call out, and on a platform where journalists are all looking, remember what journalism is for. And like, I've seen a lot of people talking.
Can we take a moment to just fully appreciate how fabulous
No, it's so nice because the shades of the brown and the yellow together kind of create like an...
Where do you see brown?
Oh, is it gray?
Wait a minute. I don't even know what you're looking at.
Is it green?
Okay. This is
yes, that color.
Yeah, okay, that's a muddy olive.
So the olive
and that's a pale pink,
pale yellow to the side
and this is
a
pale yellow. Yeah,
kind of give the impression of gold.
It does actually. Beautiful though, the colors. Sorry,
no,
this had to be.
No, that's totally okay.
Okay.
But what I was going to say is people were talking about how news and journalism has drifted so far because of the 24 hours news cycle, and the idea that there needs to always be pumping a story to combat the other story rather than focusing on what actually needs to be said.
Yeah. And now things are happening so fast. I think the strong journalism doesn't have time to catch the story before the next story is out. But yeah, I would I find I'm getting my news from also Jon Stewart. Is he reliable? I don't know. I do seem to trust him.
Ground News is a credible news aggregator and media literacy tool rather than a primary news outlet. It does not write its own articles. Instead, it compiles thousands of stories from around the world to display how different publications across the political spectrum cover the same events.
Oh, I love that. Actually, I've heard Jon Stewart talk about that one.
I will text you the name.
Yes, please. Oh, look at this, Mira. Look at how it looks with the green.
I know. I was excited for you to try on this piece.
Wow. Wow. I'm glad I wore the green pants. I feel like they really, like this shade, this chartreusey shade is fabulous.
But so what I was saying is shit's going down in New Jersey and I had no idea. I've just seen a couple videos of like literally like people trying to stop a truck and people being like, know that, and like the comments being like, know that people are throwing their lives to make sure that you guys don't get taken to these camps. And I'm like, hey, what camps? What do you mean?
There's camps in
Hashtag,
New Jersey?
what do you mean? And there's like, it's like full military force. Like it's like, seems like protest people getting beat up in the street.
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey. And I had no idea any of this was happening.
No, I did not know that either.
And I only found out because of threads.
Well, this is it. I find like things end up on my radar and then I'm like, oh, I need to find out more. Yeah.
Michelle says that vest is beautiful.
It is. And this is satin. This edge right here is a satin. It's phenomenal. And it's very soft. Oh, we're also getting hot pink in the skirt. No, fuchsia in the skirt. We're getting a fuchsia.
Oh yeah. So in New Jersey, everything that's going down is at Delaney Hall.
Okay, I'm going to have to do some
violent
reading about that.
Retaliation of hunger strikers at Delaney Hall, pepper spraying, etc.
Is it about a data center or is it about something else?
Hunger strike to demand freedom from being detained in insufferable living conditions.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. This is stunning.
So
Stunning.
what is going on is, no, Corey said is Gilead starting. Literally, that's like how it feels. Like the testaments coming out now is so
Scary.
It's so scary, and I feel the timing is not surprising.
What's her name? Margaret Atwood should just literally stare at a camera and do a post. Go, I told you so.
No, literally.
I told you
so. They are taking people who are protesting outside and imprisoning them inside of Delaney Hall. They're imprisoning protesters in the concentration camp, is what people are saying.
Wow. And
so, yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on in New Jersey that is barely getting through. Yes, they're saying concentration camp, but it is the ICE detention centers.
Wow.
Because that's basically the same.
This is extraordinarily soft.
I love this piece. I'm pretty sure we had it in a waterfall at one point.
I don't know.
But the green is so sneaky, but it adds to the illusion of the piece so well.
So this is blue. The background is looking kind of purpley online, but it's actually a fuchsia. It's a fuchsia. But the reason it looks purple, I think, is because of the blue. And then there's green and a pale pink, and it's the same pattern all the way through. Just phenomenal. So something that I heard today, oh shoot, did it already leave my brain? What were you just talking about?
Delaney Hall Detention Center protests.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. I got distracted by the fabric. Yes.
Wait. Issues have shifted from Minnesota to New Jersey, says Corey.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I heard. Okay. This is something else you guys might want to check out if you're interested in this sort of thing. So Elon Musk, as we know, he has several baby mamas. And one of his baby mamas' last name is Sinclair.
You were saying, yes.
And I don't remember her first name. So she was a homeschooled young girl, and she went to university, and she kind of got enthralled, enraptured by all of this very radical thinking. And she was very much part of that crowd. That is
Ashley Sinclair.
And she ended up having one of Elon Musk's children. And she has text messages from him and everything. And then as she got a little bit older and a little bit wiser, she had a stronger sense of the bigger picture. And she realized she did not want to be somebody who wasn't doing what she felt was the right thing. So he offered her $40 million to sign an NDA that she could never share any of the information that he shared with her. And apparently she would go to Elon Musk's, meet his engineers and stuff. And she said, you would not believe what a dorky engineer will share with a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she has all of this information. And so now she's starting to share it, and she's going on news shows and that, because I guess she's got all of her legal stuff in order now. So one of the things she said, and again, is this true? I want to know. She said that Elon Musk said, and she showed the quote, like she showed the text, that he has thousands of lasers in the sky on his Starlink devices, or whatever those satellites are. They also contain lasers.
To like take people out?
I don't know. So she said, he said, do you want to know more? And she said, no, I'm worried I'll get deposed. And he was like, smart decision. But
Corey says she will be the next to disappear. And
so she's showing up on a lot of things right now. So I'm waiting for her to hit more mainstream. But she definitely has all the receipts. Now, is what Elon Musk told her true? I don't know. She said that he really was on drugs a lot of the time. So maybe he was just hallucinating. I don't know. But yeah, like this information is coming out, and I'm like, what even the heck?
Yeah, it's a very scary time to be alive. I was talking about this with a friend. I was like, because he is visiting Hamilton because he used to live here, and then he lives out in, I think, New Brunswick.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Rachel's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking because like I was like, yeah, we might have a data center open in Hamilton. It's really scary to think about like how everything. Yeah, that looks so good together.
Okay, this is a boxy top. I'll try it on seriously this time.
And so it's just like, we were just talking about how crazy it is and how that it feels like such a scary time to live in. But in the grand scheme of life and history, it's the best time to be alive.
But there's also like, that's another thing I was listening to on, on that podcast I was listening to. I do tend to like listening to Diary of a CEO. And I also like that he fact checks everything. If you watch it on YouTube, at the bottom, you'll get the fact checking. But it was the whole idea that this feels like a scary time in our lives. But if you go back even just a couple of generations, there's been one scary time after another for one reason or another.
Yeah. So like, that's the thing, is that there's always been something scary happening. But what's so scary about this is that it feels so...
I'm going to grab something.
Is that in the grand scheme, it also just feels so final, but everyone has also felt that. Like, it's so hard to
keep perspective because you're only around one lifetime and it's your lifetime.
Exactly. It's to keep perspective because you're like, everyone has felt this.
Yeah.
And there's different levels, but at what point do you recognize this as something that's different or a repetition of history?
I don't know.
I think that's the hardest part that I have to settle with.
I think it is a repetition of history, but if it's your burden to carry at this time, then it's worse because it's yours.
And what is the color of the background of that top?
The color of the background of this top is a very, very pale grade minty green. And I have to say, this one that has the band going across this way is not for me.
I noticed.
Because I feel like it really emphasizes the widest part of my body. So if I were going to get a boxy top, it would have to be one that was like straight down.
I also find with the satin, there is less stretch.
Yes, and this is a satin band.
And it's a satin band. So it might not be the top style. It might also just be that part of the top.
So the color on this, it is like a slightly grayed mint green. This is a leaf green. This is a fuchsia. This is a hot pink. This one is like a Tiffany blue, and this is a cobalt. Somewhere a mid-tone, maybe, in there. Beautiful fabric, though, really. Just not for me.
Can you park on Hamilton streets at night?
You have to call the city and let them know that you're parking on the street. It's really easy to do.
That's so gross. I have to do that?
I guess.
I got a neighbor left a note on my car that the alley in the back where I park is going to be blocked by a moving truck tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to have to park on the street, but I'm like, am I going to get a ticket?
You just have to call the city.
Ugh.
You can do it online.
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay, ladies. We did end up getting into the weeds. We should end with
something a little fun is what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. I'm thinking
Okay, Mom.
Okay.
I have a question.
It better be an easy one. You ask tough questions.
Oh, it's like middle. Too bad. You're going to have to answer it. Now that you know and understand Pucci.
Yes.
If you had to choose an animal that would best classify under Pucci.
Oh my God. How are you doing this to me?
I said it was middle ground. What would it be?
Ladies, help me out. An animal that represents Pucci. Unicorn?
No, it has to be
a real one.
Get it together, Mom. It has to be real.
A horse of a different color.
I already have my answer. So.
Do you actually have an answer?
Yeah, I have two.
An animal. Mira, these questions.
It's so easy, actually.
An animal that represents Pucci.
That you're like, I'm going to classify.
Butterfly.
Yeah, see? Giraffe.
Giraffe?
Yeah.
It's only two colors.
Zebra.
Two colors.
Yeah, but it's not, there's not going to be a Pucci
You're supposed to say, Mom, there's no wrong answers here.
It like, flamingo is a great one, see? You already knew what's up. Michelle said fish. Couldn't say fish.
Fish is rainbow fish. How did I miss
is right
that?
there. Couldn't say fish.
Couldn't say fish.
Oh my God, I looked in my closet today and I found a little frog light.
Oh.
And I said, heck yes. It's a little candle. I said, I'm taking this and it's mine. Wow. Everyone is better at this.
Okay, so I'm not whimsical. It's fine. We're fine.
Someone said a macabine, a maca.
Oh,
someone said a macaw.
You mean a macaw?
Christine, I really like yours. And honestly, Mom, you should have said this one because what were you doing? She said octopus.
Oh, octopus. So sweet. Yeah.
I was thinking hippopotamus.
They found the first blue one.
Blue octopus?
They found the first blue octopus. Unless that's not
Remarkable.
true. I don't know anymore.
Remarkably,
Yes, I read that
Something
book and I
Creatures is
loved
on
it.
Netflix.
And I read the book.
I know, but I'm telling you because apparently it's good.
Yeah, the story was great. Ladies, we are done for the day. I hope that you'll be, reaches for the ground, tries to survive. I hope that you guys join us on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when these pieces release. If not, I hope you just enjoyed the show and the chitter chatter and the beautiful fabrics that are reminiscent of Pucci. Which just goes to show you that patterns and ideas do migrate across countries because it's a little blend of everything. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.